Yo everybody, GCW here, and welcome to my 2-tick woodcutting guide. 2-tick woodcutting is one of the easiest tick manipulation methods in the game, and using a crystal 2-hand axe, it is possible to hit up to 220k an hour at level 99. So anyways, let's jump into it. For the requirements, you do have to tank some level 2s and 5s, so it is required to have some defense and hit points. Level 50 in each should be more than enough. You also need any splash weapon or a spell to hit a 0. And you'll need any short bow. For recommendations, I recommend having Song of the Elves completed to do this in Prif, however it can be done elsewhere. The Lumberjack outfit gives a 2.5% XP boost in woodcutting, and the Crystal Felling Axe to achieve maximum rates. Downgrade accordingly to what you can access. On the left is the proper gear setup, and the right is the inventory setup. The blue hammer is the Cursed Goblin Hammer, which can be bought from Diango for 45 GP. It ensures you will hit a 0, so you don't need to worry about bringing runes to splash. Finally, let's talk about RuneLite plugins to make life easier. These are the plugins that I use. As always, they are not all required, but I recommend each one to make this as easy as possible. Feel free to pause and copy all of them. Now, it's time to game. There are 3 locations you can 2-tick at. The best one is Prif, if you have Song of the Elves completed, and this is only because you get crystal shards from here. You can also use the Isle of Souls, which you can get to from a minigame teleport to Soul Wars. The last spot is Ape Atoll. If you decide to use here, just make sure you don't forget your monkey Gree. You will have to AFK at the tree for the first 10 minutes just to make sure you don't get poisoned by anything. I recommend using the Soul Wars or Prif spot. For the sake of this video, I'm going to show the setup in Prif. The Crystal Axe charges cost about 500k an hour to use. However, since you chop here, you get shards and you profit them, so you don't need to worry about spending money. What you're going to want to do first is go to your settings and type drop and look for the minimum item value needed. Just make sure you set it to an amount lower than your axe so that you get this warning when you try to drop it. Once you get the warning, you can shift right click and set that to drop, and you can do the same for your teak logs so that from now on everything is left click. Next, just tag 2 level 2 rabbits, or if you're in the other spot, make sure you tag the level 5 birds. Then move between the 2 trees. If the rabbits are in a position like this, wait until it hits you, and then move diagonal and the rabbits should be attacking every 2 ticks. Even if the rabbits are in a position like this, you can still set them up as long as you move once the one hits you. Once you have them attacking every 2 ticks, it's time to start. If you copied my camp points from earlier, you can mark the tile on the northern tree as 2, and you can mark the southern tree as a 1 so that you don't forget which buttons to hit. Now make sure your bow is on rapid, and once you're ready, turn on auto retaliate. To start the cycle, wait until you see a 0 from the rabbit or bird. Your character will begin to turn, and you'll click the tree. If you're off cycle for whatever reason, just click your axe to cancel and wait until another hit splat, and then click the tree as your character turns again. For learning purposes, I'm going to turn on the Visual Ticks plugin so that you can see what happens each tick. On the first tick, I'm clicking the tree. Once I see the XP drop, which happens on the next tick, I either drop a log or click my axe to cancel the chopping action. The cycle resets fast, cause it's 2 ticks. However, you just click the tree again on the first tick and repeat. Sometimes you might misclick, it happens. There's a very easy fix to get back on cycle. Simply just click the axe or a log until your character starts to move to attack the rabbit. Once you're in motion to attack it, simply click the tree again and your cycle is reset. Ever since the forestry update happened, the timers on trees changed so that you never have to move when you're chopping. There will always be at least 1 teak tree up, assuming you're only doing 1 at a time. When a tree goes down, simply click the keyboard button for camp points and keep gaming. This is the hardest part, and if you mess up, just simply reset your cycle like I just explained. You may have noticed that I'm not wearing a forestry backpack. It's very important not to wear one, otherwise you will spawn events. When the events spawn, you will have to move tiles for another tree or do the actual event. When you move tiles, the rabbits will go all over the place. It'll be a disaster. Just don't wear the backpack. Secondly, if you're doing this post 99 woodcutting, do not wear a woodcutting cape or max cape. The perk will increase your chance of a bird nest, which replaces a teak log in terms of XP. So you're essentially getting less XP an hour in exchange for bird nest. That's all you need to know about two-tick woodcutting. I hope you guys found this guide useful, and for the last couple minutes of the video, I'll show some gameplay so you can see the method done properly in full action. Take care guys, and best of luck woodcutting.